So welcome back. We're going to be doing another really cool experiment today. We're going to make some poofs of hydrogen. So this is all you'll need. Alright, so of course you also need something to perform your experiment over. This is just a plastic tray. Alright, so I poured a packet of liquid soap into this beaker. Milliliters of water was added to the same beaker. So I've inserted a metal tube to this flask cork. Now I've added a rubber tube to this. Alright, so to the other end of this, I just added another one of these. Alright, so I took a flask, a 100 milliliter flask, and I inserted a funnel, and now we're going to fill this up with distilled water to 40 milliliters. Alright, so I have a bottle of this chemical called sodium hydrogen sulfate monohydrate, and what we're going to do is we're just going to take the whole bottle and we're going to pour it into this flask. So now just swirl this for a minute. So add 2 big spoons of the sodium carbonate solution, Na2CO3, to this flask. If you can hear a sizzle, that's good. This is actually magnesium metal, so these are just some strips of it. It's kind of hard to pick it up with my gloves. Now we're going to add it. You can hear it, and you can also see it starting to bubble. Oh, look. Let's add it slowly because it looks really cool if you get very close. You can see it's kind of white, and it's sizzling. Drop some more in, and you can see it looks really cool. Alright, so now this cork was added, and this is actually hydrogen gas going through here, so we're going to put it into this. And you can see it's starting to bubble. So come up here, you can see it's starting to bubble a lot. And it looks super amazing. You can see it's starting to bubble. That is the hydrogen gas inside those bubbles going from this tube, because this reaction with the magnesium in here is generating pure hydrogen gas. But before we added the magnesium, it was just a proton. We'll get into this, and I'll explain this at the end of the video. So this reaction generates hydrogen gas, which is going into here and making it bubble. As you can see, I mean, those bubbles are for sure filled with hydrogen. So we're going to light a splint, and then we're going to add it. Now, watch. As the splint touches, that was hydrogen gas. But hydrogen gas is normally not orange when it flames. It's flaming orange because of the sodium in it from the sodium hydrogen sulfate monohydrate. You can see a big orange puff of pure hydrogen gas comes right out. Alright, so we add sodium hydrogen sulfate monohydrate, and that's where we get hydrogen from. So it's hydrogen, but it comes out of solution and becomes just a proton because it doesn't have one electron. So at this point, it's just a proton, and it needs an electron to become a full hydrogen atom. So metals are really good at electron donating. In fact, that's how bonds work. So the magnesium will, when you add it, it's metal, so magnesium will donate one of its electrons to the hydrogen. And then the hydrogen gas goes through that tube I made, and then it goes into the soapy water solution and makes bubbles that contain hydrogen. And then these bubbles are very flammable because hydrogen is flammable. So when we set them alight, they burst really well. But pure hydrogen, when it flames, it doesn't produce an orange color. The orange color is due to the sodium present from the sodium hydrogen sulfate monohydrate. That's where the sodium comes from, therefore giving the that makes it have an orange flame. So the flame that comes out is not pure hydrogen. That is a mixture of sodium and hydrogen. This is by far one of my favorite experiments I've ever done. I thought this was super cool. So yeah, that's that. So leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell, share the video, and have a good day, guys. Hope you thought this was interesting.